Okay, today's video, stepping into 2026 with a mindset based on small tangible wins and long-lasting resilience. Hello and welcome back to the channel. I gotta apologize, it's been a long time since I posted a video. I think the last ones were the goalie powwows I did. Anyways, apologies. I want to say Happy New Year 2026, and that's actually what this video is about. I wanted to do a video today to kind of help jumpstart everyone into their 2026. I've been talking a lot with clients in the lead up, into Christmas and whatnot, because in the goalie world, in the hockey world, there's a little bit of a break, and it can really be used to have a reset. Now, I'm not a big New Year's resolution guy, and that's the only time when you really get going and get pumped up. But in the hockey world, it's a tense season, and there's a lot of ups and downs, and a lot of people have gone through some downs, and this is a really good time to be able to use it in a positive way to create a reset and to get going again. Before we get going, don't forget to smash the subscribe button and like and share if you feel this content is helpful to you or maybe someone that you know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use some stories of mine, maybe from my career as a player, and maybe one from a client that I've coached. And hopefully these stories will show how perspective shifts can help with the micro wins and long-term resilience. The first story I'm going to share is about my career in the lead up to the Nagano 98 Olympics. In 97, on Mother's Day, actually, the year before, my father had a heart attack and died at 59. And it was quite the blow, quite the shock. It was a huge thing to try to navigate while playing overseas and hearing that and whatnot. And fast forward, season ends, and now I'm getting prepared and ready to get ready for the Olympics. And this September rolls around, and the Olympic team, the plan was to gather all the team and take them out of the Japan League and play on like kind of a world tour and be on the road basically for 6 months or however long, September, October, November, December, January. Yeah, 6 months. And a lot of time away on the road. And as that was going on, I was working hard and getting ready and had a lot of things floating on in my head, and being on the road for those long extended periods of time in Europe, like we're talking 30-day stints. One time we spent 30 days in Switzerland and then toured around, and then I think we did 6 games in Canada and then 6 games against Canada and Japan all over. We were everywhere, Germany, Italy, and so many places. And I felt I was dialed and working hard, but there was a lot of outside things going on. And I remember around Christmas time, I kind of was not feeling great about everything and being on the road. And I do remember sitting there thinking, man, I got to kind of hone in my focus here on really what the whole goal was, and that was to play well in the Olympics. And I don't think I had all the tools necessarily. Like, I didn't have help with someone like me, a coach or anything. So I was kind of running by the seat of my pants, so to speak. But I do remember reeling it in a bit, and January did help that. So like I said, I'm not a huge New Year's resolution guy, but it did help to kind of set the reset button. And it did feel a little more fresh to me, like I was starting the new year, and then that build up to the Olympics. Now, there's all kinds of other things, and I use in my teachings, regarding the Olympics, uh, that weren't all handled properly by me. But at the end of the day, I did perform really well, and a lot of it had to do with that reset heading into the Olympics. And that's kind of what I'm trying to share, that we can use this and the new year, and with goalies in particular, with the break, and players as well, that we can kind of reset everything. And if you've had a struggling first half or last couple months, that we can leave that. It's quite metaphorical, but it can be very helpful to say 2026 is a new start. One of the big keys to starting a new year, if you are into the New Year's resolution and you got a new game plan, is we want to shorten the goals, the micro wins, the micro goals, uh, be more in the present, and then kind of go one step at a time as we go. Like if you're looking, this pertains to anyone, not just goalies or hockey players or athletes, but if you're looking to lose 30 pounds, or 50 pounds, like a big goal, that's going to take some time. And if you don't set smaller goals and not just realistic, I'm not saying you got to be, you know, set them smaller because it doesn't seem attainable. I mean, to maintain that motivation and that momentum, you got to have small wins along the way, because the weight thing is actually a good example of how it can really fall off. And the statistics are not in favor of people following through with their New Year's resolutions. So, as it pertains to goalies and players, um, let's say you want to have a really good start to 2026 and you're all set to have a fresh start, but then you have a couple bumps along the way and your big goals seem further and further. You can really fall off of that positive track really quick. So having maintaining the small goals and being more focused on really the today stuff can be really helpful in maintaining that. One of the big key points in all this is with the resilience arc, how you deal with the setbacks, and instead of taking that negatively, using it and hardening your mindset towards something, move forward positively from and learn from these setbacks, and try to troubleshoot that along the way. It becomes a lot more productive, and it actually helps build momentum when you figure out something. If you get down because you didn't achieve a small goal, if you made a mistake, if you're a goalie and you've had a rough night, you just learn from that. I talk about this all the time. Right now, there's a lot going on with some of my goalie clients in dealing with bad games, and the younger ones especially have a tough time analyzing themselves without the emotion attached to it. Being pro about it, just going through your video, through your game, looking at it, picking out the things that you could clean up, and not getting so emotionally down about how bad you played. Because that serves no purpose, man. If anything, it'll cement you in a bad way. I want to share one other quick story of one of the clients that I work with. He's in junior hockey, and his first few years, he had a lot of ups and downs, and a lot more downs than ups. Uh, Unbelievably dedicated player, goalie. Gave everything he had every day, had goals set along the way, and everything you would think he had up here as far as mindset was all aligned. But there were some things that he couldn't shake as far as these big goals, like the NCAA D1 scholarship, and feeling it slip away after his 19-year-old year. And that is what I'm talking about with the bigger goals, and not staying more focused on the micro ones. And it was tough for him. And in the summer, this past summer, he finally had some light bulb moments. He had heard everything I said and was working on all the stuff we had talked about, but hadn't really let go of focusing on the end goal. It's not giving up on the dream, but it was like just letting it be there and just enjoying and working hard at what you're doing in that day, and just being grateful for that. And he finally got it. Went to a different league this year. Thought it might have been maybe, is it a good thing? It was a little bit of a step down of junior A from where he was. But he's like, screw it, man. I'm just going to go and play and have fun my last year junior. And this year, he's having an unbelievable year. Now, when he kind of reset himself, wasn't in January, but it's still the same thing that I'm talking about. And we're just going to do this in the beginning of January and use 2026 metaphorically as a reset. He did it in the summer, but it's a great story. It really fills my heart to see him really enjoying himself. And he's going through, the team's having some ups and downs, but he's playing unreal. And I could tell when I talked to him last that he's really enjoying the year fully. I want to give you one of my micro wins that I'm trying to focus on for January. And it is not a huge one, but it's something that's important to me. And it's the amount of people that I would like to help in January and sign up to work with me. And I'm talking about, that includes the giveaway that I did for Christmas. So I'm not talking about money-wise or how many people I want to fill my calendar up with. I just mean people that I want to help. And even if it's through an email or some interaction through videos or whatever, I have a set number and I include all of that. And it's a small little goal, but it's important to me, and it helps keep me kind of moving forward in a smaller way. And I really try not to focus on the business side of things for the Goalie Therapist or where it's going to go. And some people, as far as scaling goes, people think that's not the best way to do it. But I feel a lot more empowered when I treat it like that. So that's just from my end. It's a good example of how I can stay motivated for me to focus on the smaller wins. I would love for you guys to share some of your micro wins for January 2026 that you're going to be focused on and disciplined and motivated to achieve. It really, I think, will be very beneficial to you to set your plan that way, as opposed to just say, I'm going to be this at the end, and then not kind of set yourself up for success and smaller wins along the way. So in closing, I just want to say to you all, I really wish all the best for all of you in 2026. I'm feeling good about it. I hope you're feeling good about it. And if this content resonates with you, if you found it helpful, please like it, hit the subscribe button, and share this with anyone that you think might need some help in kind of focusing in the right way to head into 2026 with a bang. Everyone, go get them in 2026. Peace.